Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. On this week's Michigan Magazine, we're thinking spring, nature at its rawest, and capturing Michigan moments through artistic wood carving or on the canvas nature supplies. Our first stop is to wildlife decoy and lure artist Tom Christenson of Mio, whose hand-carved pieces are being snatched up by a loyal following. Then to the Lupton area as we spend a spring day with wildlife artist and instructor Amalia Jonas. From her northern Michigan cottage, Amalia invites those who've always dreamed of attempting to capture art on canvas to come in, sit down, visit, and learn. Stay tuned, it's all coming up in this edition of Michigan Magazine.
Program support provided by Thunder Bay Resort, offering a winter getaway where sleigh bells echo through dense hardwood forests. Guests can experience a search for the majestic and elusive elk viewed from horse-drawn sleighs, then return to a welcomed fire, gourmet dinner, and tales of the day shared over a glass of wine from nearby Stony Acres Winery. USA Today calls the sleigh ride at Thunder Bay Resort one of 10 great places to ride into a Currier and Ives, located in Hillman on Michigan's Sunrise Side.
Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. Well, in this edition of Michigan Magazine, we're in Mile, Cherry Creek Road. Tom Christenson.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you very much. Tom Christenson is a world champion carver, lures, fish, all sorts of neat things from the wonders of our waters here, turtles and whatnot. Tom, tell us a little bit about how you got into the world of carving, and specifically lures. What drew you there?
Well, lures sort of came after the decoys, but I hurt my back, went out of a building business and was selling off my collections on eBay. And as I was wandering through eBay, checking out prices and different things, I came across decoys and thought, I think I could make that. Started carving them and making them. And
yeah, so you're not only into fish decoys, but you have deer, and other, do you do ducks at all, or no?
No, not ducks. I haven't got into birds. I'd like to someday. That's sort of where I'd like to end up, but sticking with fish for now.
You're a big fisherman yourself, I bet.
Well, I'm a big sportsman altogether.
Okay.
Don't have time to do as much as I'd like, but yeah, hunting, fishing, the whole thing.
And you do not, what really drew our attention was the attention that you got from this big deer that we saw out, it's in your yard now, but it was at one of the local establishments in Fairview, and that drew a lot of attention. How did you do that, and what got you into that direction?
Well, 3 years ago when I started carving, that's when I first started carving, I thought that I'd always like to do a deer, jumping over a fence or something like that, and as my skills increased, I took a college class last fall, and I got permission from my sculptor teacher to let me do a wood sculpture instead of clay.
Really?
And he let me go with it, and that's what I did.
So you've come a long way now. You're doing shows and really refining your art here of the lure. Now, this is a collection of lures that, well, tell us a little bit about it.
Lures are really popular, and I'd always wondered if the vintage lures that are collected today, like the old Head and Creek Chubs, they were all mass-produced. And so, as I tried to strive for realism in my decoys, I wondered, what if they didn't have to mass produce them? What if you could add the realistic element to a lure? And so that's what I strove for. And so my lures are sort of the higher end.
They're kind of collectibles, I would think.
They are.
Some people do use them, I bet, occasionally.
I have a few customers that use them, but most people buy them to look at their art, and they all work, but it's a lot of money to throw out.
Yeah, but now you've got into competition. You're getting some awards lately. Now, this is something that a lot of people strive to do because it brings a lot of attention to your work now, doesn't it?
Well, that was sort of my strategy when on eBay when I was selling my decoys. Right here, sort of the first kind of thing I was making, and I sell them for $8, $10, and I noticed that the guys that were winning awards were getting a lot more money for their stuff, and they looked a lot nicer. So that was where that's who I started chasing after.
Okay.
That's who I admired, and guys like Harley Reagan and John Pazusta, and
But you can see a lot of your things on eBay now. That's where you pretty much do a lot of your marketing. You do a lot of shows, like the On Away show is coming up pretty soon, and getting a lot of reaction. What kind of reaction are you getting from your lures? Pretty positive, are you?
Yeah. I sell everything I make. 3 years ago, when I started carving, the first show I went to was 3 years ago. The Great Lakes Fish Decoy Association's annual competition for the World Championships. I won 1 blue ribbon there, and the next show I went to was the one in Onaway, and I got best of show with this rainbow trout, and it's not the best looking trout I've ever made, but it kind of does a trick in the water where it kind of rolls over when you jig it, and that impressed the judges, and that got me the best of show there. Went to the World Championships competition the next year and came home with like 18 blue ribbons. And
do you remember the first one that you won, the first award that came your way? Do you recall that, or is that kind of a blur in history now?
The very first award, the very first best of show was the one in Onaway with this fish.
Oh.
That was the one that really got me excited. The first award I won was actually, there was an internet website I used to hang out at called Carver Comp, and they would have challenges for different lures. And I won a blue ribbon on a lure I made there.
Do you have time to do any fishing yourself now with all this carving going on?
Yeah, me and my son go fishing from time to time, and me and my wife Marika, we go fishing at her parents' pond's the best place because it's always guaranteed to catch fish. But when I got time, I go. The joke is that I spend more time carving fish than fishing anymore. But I love fishing.
Yeah, you're all around sportsman too. Hey, what have we got here, Tom?
Well, what we got here is just some different variations of the lures I make. Little critters, mice, and chipmunks, and I also take old antique lures that are so beat up they have no value anymore, and I repaint them.
Is that one of those there?
Well, this is an old creek chub, and there's a lot of controversy with repainting old lures. Some don't like it, some think that it's okay. What I like to do is take, this is a creek chub with a head and bar perch finish, so that's sort of unique that you never find a head and finish on a creek chub lure. Another thing I do, this is an old pawpaw water frog. I remake those and strip them, and they used to always use tack eyes painted, and I'd put glass eyes in them. I just recently started making, pushing my lures and decoys. I scaled my decoys down to a different size to fit into a new line of boxes that I'm making.
Okay. Well, this is something new for you.
Yeah, I got 4 different designs. I try to design it with the old head and the old vintage boxes. The lures used to come in the old boxes, so I wanted to go with that. I got a little inspirational
about the artist.
Yeah, well, the artist is actually the Lord, not me, but I give all the credit to him.
A lot of inspiration there.
Well, I just he's the master artist, and that's sort of where I gravitate towards the realism. I think his art and nature's beautiful, and I like the realism.
Tom's realism, inspired by his faith, is a true testimony of one man's desire to make the best of what life hands him. From an injured back and physical limitations, he's discovered an untapped talent to market his ability and love of carving and other artistic expressions. With the full support of his family, especially his wife Marika, Tom has expressed himself in other mediums and subjects, from beautifully detailed pottery to paintings such as this portrait of Jesus supporting a fallen man, a project Tom tells us he completed during a dark time in his life. Those times are times Tom and his family seem to triumph through their faith. It was a wonderful experience that day to visit with Tom Christenson and his family and thank them for sharing their morning with us. Tom's work can be found on eBay and at various sporting shows around the Midwest. For more information, check out the links at our website, www.michiganmagazine.com. Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare. What began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more, plus a full menu at the new adjacent traffic stop diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Clemick Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mio, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemick Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemick's on Mapes Road, Mio. Experience the beauty, artistry, and taste of Northern Michigan. Come to Amish Country Natural Products on Mount Tom Road, north of Mile, just off M33. From arts and crafts to fresh foods and vegetables, all natural, all local, all good. Stop by and get acquainted with Amish Country Natural Products, 1454 North Mount Tom Road, Mile. Remembering good times and great food, Frank and Lisa invite you to Tin Lizzie's in Mile for a blast back to the 50s and 60s when food was made from scratch, including home-ground Angus burgers. A full menu of great food and good memories await you at the new Tin Lizzie's of Mile. Nestled in the rolling hills of northern Michigan, near the shores of countless inland lakes, is the small cottage home and studio of Amalia Jonas. Amalia has traveled the world in her lifetime, originally from Argentina. She's made America home with moves to Southern California and Las Vegas, Nevada, before settling in northern Michigan. Amalia brings with her a love of art and a mission to encourage others to look around them and appreciate the art that is all around.
I moved into Michigan 3 years ago, and I fell in love with the wildlife, with the fall here, with the colors and everything, and I started painting wildlife. Many people ask me if I don't do classes, and I'm a teacher. I'm from Argentina. Oh, I can do classes too, and this is why I opened my studio in a little room in my house. Okay, and I want to share what I know with the most people I can.
Well, you've had experience coming from Argentina. You went to, what, California and Nevada?
Yeah.
Now, that's right in the city. I mean, Las Vegas, and now you come here to Michigan and the wildlife. It's quite a change, isn't it?
Yeah, but everywhere where you go, you need to enjoy wherever you find, okay? When I'm in California, my attraction is the beach, the beautiful place, mountains and beautiful place in California. I have 3 of my kids in California, 3 grandchildren, and when I move into Vegas, well, it's different, it's boom, 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 24/7, but when you live in town, you have friends too, you have different life. And I have a daughter, she's a realtor in Vegas, and she have a beautiful daughter too, another granddaughter. And I paint a lot of murals in Las Vegas in restaurant, and I sold a lot of portraits to people and children.
So what do you like best? I mean, there's canvas, there's wood I see you paint on, there's walls, murals. What do you like to do best?
This is flat.
Flat?
I can paint.
Okay, all right.
I can paint in metal because I paint tools, okay, antique tools. I can paint in wood. I can paint in a board, or I can paint in a piece of tree I find. I can paint in canvas, what is really nice, but I can paint in a wall too. It's flat, I say it's flat, I can paint. Art is my passion. Painting is my passion. And photograph, what I enjoy, is my hobby. But I sell photographs too. I'm a friendly person, and I like to talk to the people, and I really believe the people in Michigan have a lot of passion with me.
Mm-hmm. Now you're trying to spread your passion too. I understand that you are trying to develop classes here to
Yes.
kind of pass on your passion. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going.
Well, what I want to do is private classes, and this is my focus, okay? The people have different levels, and the people have different interests in paintings. If I do classes for 2 or 3 people in the same time, maybe one like a portraits, another like a landscape, and I can concentrate on the people. And this is why I decide do the private classes, because for me, for my experience, I think work better for the people. I can do for children's, and I can do for adult people. And I really believe in summertime, Michigan people can have a lot of fun outside. But in the winter times, the activities is limit to the weather. And this is why I thinking, well, maybe it's nice 1 week or 2 a week coming to the art store and have some classes there, have fun, enjoy, put the imagination in the sky, and put the colors in the canvas. The art is my profession. I have a lot of knowledge, and I studied in Argentina, my country, for many years, and I'm a teacher too. Art is my profession, it's my passion, but it's my profession too. I hear people tell me, oh, I don't have imagination. You don't need to have imagination, you need to look in what you have outside. The question is, some people, I don't know how to draw. Put colors. Colors is art. Okay, and if you want to paint abstract and make a beautiful canvas with a beautiful color for handling your living room, it's good, it's good. It's all about art, is color, and colors everybody enjoy. I'm considering myself really lucky because I work in something with passion. I love what I do it. And this is why I'm lucky. I'm really lucky person.
Mm-hmm. So, if somebody wants to get a little bit of that passion, that inspiration rubbed off onto them from you, can they get a hold of you on the web?
Come to me, and I show how you can fall in love with anything you do it with art. You can fall in love too. And when you love something, you are enthusiastic. You want to show to your friend, to your family. You want to put to a canvas in your house, you know. When I paint something, the more important thing I have in my mind, I want to handle this in my house. If my answer is yes, I continue to do. If my answer is no, whoop, I have to stop.
I bet you get a lot of self-satisfaction when people come to you and you can see that maybe you're opening up the world of art to them.
Yeah. I really enjoy when the little kids come into me and ask me some questions, how I paint, how I take my photograph, and share with me the kids start in love the art, and this is really good for me.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Well, thank you for sharing this day with us, and we hope everybody stops into the art store, gets a hold of you on the internet. You've got a web page.
Yeah.
You're really involved in social media.
Yes.
Whatever, Facebook, you can find a lot of great things there. And thanks for bringing your talent and your passion to Michigan.
Thank you very much, and thank you for keeping this state so nice, and thank you for welcoming me to the Michigan.
Great. Announcing the Michigan Paddle Sports Directory, your one-stop internet connection. At MichiganPaddlesports.com, it's now possible to explore Michigan's extensive waterways like never before. Michigan Paddle Sports Directory is a comprehensive directory of canoe and kayak rentals and liveries throughout the entire state of Michigan. At MichiganPaddlesports.com, you'll find a great paddling route, outfitter, store, school, rental shop, or tour guide. Michigan's great waterways are waiting for you. Make it an adventure worth remembering by first visiting MichiganPaddlesports.com. Borch Healthcare of Rose City and West Branch, skilled nursing and rehabilitation facilities in beautiful northern Michigan. The Rose City facility is a leader in dementia care, specializing in the treatment and care for those with Alzheimer's. For more information or to schedule a tour, call us now. For home medical and healthcare products, visit Rose City Drug at 2640 North M33, just south of Rose City city limits. Rose City Drug has a complete diabetic department, including shoes. Serving Michigan for over 20 years. Rose City Drug, Rose City. Well, thanks again for being a part of our family and stopping by. Now get ready to win some amazing vacation packages from Michigan Magazine as we celebrate our silver anniversary. This week's phrase is springtime in Michigan. Send it to us via email at iwatchmichiganmagazine@gmail.com or on a postcard or in a letter to Michigan Magazine. P.O. Box 424, West Branch, Michigan 48661. That's all there is to it. Have a great week and hang in there. Spring's right around the corner. We'll see you next time for another edition of Michigan Magazine. Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center at Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pull. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com.